Assalamualaikum. I wanted to address something that my USA clients have been rattled with in the past week, which is the horrendous abuse crimes committed on young children and people in general in the USA recently. And in all honesty, it happens all around the world. And I basically wanted to start with stating that often when we think that someone is charming and that they're religious and that they are impactful, that they are most likely healthy. And that is not the case. Often people that are really emotionally unhealthy, they have incredible charisma and charm, and they go through big lengths to hide whatever addictive habits and patterns they have, or whatever behavioral traits they have that bring them some sort of significance or bring them some sort of relief. And sadly enough, people, especially a subsect of the population, and I think a psychiatrist is better fit to explain this, but people that have like high narcissistic traits as well as elements of psychopathy, they're the ones that actually can commit crime and can commit abuse without feeling guilt or shame or any kind of remorse or empathy. They simply, when they're asked and they question, they do not feel bad. If anything, they feel bad that they were called out, and they feel angry at the consequence of what they're receiving from the event. So, for example, um, let's say they get called out and they have to go to jail. The part that they will feel bad about is that everyone now knows that they're not this charming, good figure, and they almost need that extra charisma or whatever looks good on surface to. They need that so they can keep the lie for themselves alive. And this isn't just. I mean, I obviously can't speak into the individual. But in a lot of cases where there is some sort of violence or abuse, and especially domestic violence, the perpetrator of abuse often needs that love bombing phase, that charismatic phase, because it gets them to lean on this fake image of who they think they are, because they do not want to face. In fact, sometimes they actually emotionally dissociate from the abuse that they've committed. And I'm wondering if any of you have had this experience, even within your family circle, where someone does something horrendous or unkind or unfair or says something really off or rude. And when they're confronted about it, they'll say it didn't happen. It just simply didn't happen, that we're making it up, that we're too much, that we've took it the wrong way. And that within itself is them showing us that they have very self-focused traits. And if this consistently happens, that's basically called gaslighting, where they're attributing that there is something up with you, there's something wrong with you, that you're seeing them this way. And you'll know if you are experiencing this because it will be a repeat experience. Um, and the reason why I'm wanting to bring light on this, I think it's incredibly, incredibly important that we learn. I know it sounds negative, and often we just want to learn about positive things about people and we want to feel positive about people. However, sadly enough, there are like malignant narcissists around. There are people with psychopathic tendencies. And as responsible people, we need to learn. We don't afford not to learn about what are healthy traits, and we no longer afford to ignore any of our own emotional behavioral traits that are going to negatively impact on someone, and also learning traits of people that are truly unwell. It's so important that we learn that, because we are either going to be raising children or that we are people that are going to be partnered. And subhanAllah, these decisions that we make in partnering up with someone, um, it's so easy to fall into the wrong hands, because those people that are truly unwell do present with all this charisma. And this is one of the biggest reasons why I have been so passionate about studying this for the last 17 years. And inshallah, I invite you to continue on. Like and subscribe, and inshallah, I'll be releasing content and courses in the new coming year that I'd love you to learn. They're all based on psychotherapy, psychology, and a lot of in-depth emotion coaching. And yes, I want this for the Ummah so we can all show up as our best, inshallah, and hopefully heal and then raise the next generation in a better way. Assalamu alaikum.